What's up guys, back with another video. Today's video is about one of those big baller, hardcore, parts, the big brake kit. So when choosing a big brake kit, I feel that there are three things that have to be considered. The effectiveness of the kit that you're buying. Just because it's bigger, has more pistons, doesn't necessarily mean that it outperforms your stock system. Number two, the cost of the consumables, such as pads and rotors. So for something that you're replacing, say every year, every 6 months, every 2 years, you have to sort of keep in mind how much are replacement parts, how much is a replacement rotor, how much is a replacement pad, and keep that in mind. Number three is the actual cost of the kit. So, of course, you can go all out and buy a $10,000 kit, and I'm sure it's going to perform, but is that the best place that you can spend your money? So for me, I picked the Ford Performance Focus RS brake kit that's adaptable to the ST. Very simply, it's very bolt-on. And you're going to say, well, it's $1,400. The Willwoods are like $1,800. I may as well, splash out and spend an extra $400 for all of those extra pistons, better pads and rotors and all of those things. Hold up. $1,400 is not the actual price that I paid. I paid $600, and that's completely normal. I will show you how. Tasca parts, if you piece together all of the individual parts for the brake kit, shipped to your door around $600, which is really great. Only problem is that these parts are slightly back ordered, so it's gonna take a while, but at the end of the day, you're still getting a big brake kit for cheap. The second thing is the rear brakes. So it's a Frankenbrake upgrade. Basically, all it is taking the same caliper, stock caliper, and here's your rotor, and just moving it out. So you can accommodate a bigger rear rotor. I really like this one because of the fact that if you go junkyard diving, well, not junkyard diving, but like you just scour the junkyards around you, you're going to see that there are parts, you can find a set of rear calipers with the bracket attached, $25 a piece. Better yet, I was offered like $15 just for the bracket, so I picked up the bracket. $15 for the brackets, and I think I paid $50 for the rear rotors. The rear rotors. Now you're going to say that, well, we have a 5x108, and it's not one of those, really available lug patterns. Volvo makes a lug pattern that is 5x108, so those rear rotors are going to work. You get those off a Volvo V70, I want to say, between the years of 2008 and 2010, I want to say. All of these things are minute details, and I'll include them in the description below. In any case, this whole deal is pretty bolt-on, so I'm going to just cut to a video of the actual install, and I will show you guys how simple it was. Check it out. So it fouls a little bit like right there, and you're just going to have to go at it with an angle grinder or just a pair of metal snips, depends on what floats your boat. But yeah, just a little bit of trimming. Besides that, they clear the rotors just fine. So here it is, all installed, well, there it is on this side installed. And here, to give you guys a size comparison and idea of the differences, this is the RS rotor, and the ST is barely any different, but the true difference is in the caliper, 4 pistons. So that's cool. For people that think that the RS rotor is so much bigger, barely is, barely any bigger. You can see maybe it's a little bit of difference there. I can't really line it up perfectly, but that's the idea. Upgraded caliper brackets for the rear. Now, this is basically a Mazda part off of a Mazda 5 or something like that. Between certain years, I think it's 2007 to 2009 or something like that, or 2006 to 10. I'll put that in the description. But besides that, it uses a Volvo rotor. Here are the rear brake rotors. Of course, here we have the stock. For some reason, mine were severely grooved and pitted, but that's besides the point. This is the new off of the Volvo V70, I think, or something like that. All of these minute details, I haven't looked at them in a while, so I'll be checking them out and putting them in the description below. But one thing that I definitely do remember is that this is a 270 mil rotor stock, and the Volvo one is a 302 mil rotor, so you get an extra inch. Well, sorry ladies and gentlemen for the unkempt appearance. I just got off work. However, I thought that I would record, you know, the wrap up of this video and let you guys know what I actually think of the brakes. Now, here's the thing. It's one of those things, you know, with parts on cars, you always sort of hope to install a part and be like, God damn, such a huge difference. Think about the times that you're actually hard braking. Hard braking on the street is not going to be the same. If you guys want to know where I got the parts, Tasca parts for the front brakes, junkyard brackets for the back, and you can pick them up brand new online. They're about 90 bucks a piece. So, you know, even if you buy them online, you're still looking at around $200, $250 all in for the entire package, which is still, you know, reasonable. It's not, you know, an overly bloated price, and you get the very convenient reality that you're only paying around $45 for a pair of rear rotors, and they're CENTRIC blanks, and honestly, most people say that this works more than fine. Again, big thanks to Tasca Parts, and then a huge shout out to Rebel Devil Customs for shipping out the pads and fluid out to me. I hit up Mike Johnson when I realized that my rotors had finally shipped from Tasca, because they were on back order for so long, and I was like, Mike, I need, you know, a set of pads and fluid, a set of rear pads and fluid to flush with ASAP. He's like, what kind do you want? I told him. It was a Sunday night. They shipped out Monday. I got them Tuesday. So perfect. Really, really appreciate that from him. So huge shout out to them. They can hook you up with everything that you need, even if it's not on the website. Just send Mike a message, and I am more than positive that he's going to find it for you and give you a pretty competitive price on it. So big thanks to them. I'll be posting when I get some decent tires for autocross. I'll be posting up videos of autocross and sort of giving you guys the opinion of what I think of all of the new products that I'm installing and sort of the comparisons with them. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, or other folks, ST enthusiasts that might, you know, want the advice or the help or the idea. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks so much.